Hello everyone, I'm Alice. Welcome to my first craft with me / let's use of scraps video. Today I'll show you how I made this notebook. First, grab some scraps from your stash. You can choose them by colors or themes or completely random. For the base of the cover, I'm going to use a cover from a catalog because it is thick enough to make a sturdy cover and it's not glossy. If it's glossy, glue stick might not work well. And for this project, I used only glue stick. I trimmed the cover into the size I want, which is the same size with my personal journal, because I have some papers left over from making it and I wanted to use them too. I also pulled out colored cardstock scraps and started to glue them on the cover. For the spine part, I don't recommend to overlap papers, because if it is too thick, the top layer of the paper on the spine will tear when you close the notebook. So the best is covering the spine with one paper. But if you're working with thin papers, you don't need to worry about this too much. By the way, I started to work from the back cover, which is the left side when you spread it, but you can totally start from the front cover. Maybe that makes more sense because front cover is kind of more important, right? So you can glue your favorite scraps on the front and cover the back with the left. I hope this makes sense. The glue that I'm using is UHU glue stick. This is my all-time favorite glue. It is really strong. But I don't recommend their blue one called like magic glue. It is not their best. If you can't find this UHU glue stick around you, I can also recommend 3M Scott's permanent glue that normally comes in a red container. It is super strong too. The front cover is almost done, and for the spine piece, it's better to fold it before you glue it on the cover to prevent tearing up when you close the notebook. And when you glue it, make sure the cover is folded, not spread. If you're following me on Instagram, you might know I traveled from Italy last month, and this notebook is for documenting that travel. So I cut rum out of cardstock to make a title on the cover, and I inked it with distress oxide. To fix it while inking, I used repositionable glue on the back. First, I tried the vintage photo, but I didn't like it, so I'm trying black suit. But I didn't like it either, so eventually I covered it with faded jeans. And now I'm trimming the excess. I am backing the title with color cardstock, and to glue the title, I used Multimedia Matte by Ranger because it's really strong as an adhesive and it's matte, so even the glue sticks out, you won't notice it because it's not glossy. I'm sorry the video is cut, my camera stopped filming and I didn't know it, but all I did was gluing vintage music papers on the inside cover. These are the papers left over from when I made my personal journal. I'm choosing what to use for the inside. I stayed in Rome for a week, so I wanted to include 12 pages or 24 front and back in the notebook. These are what I chose, and I'm attaching this blue floral paper on the inside cover. The cover is really done now, and it's time to make a signature with the papers I have chosen. And then I'll bind the signature with the cover. I'm going to use 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Before making holes, I'm fixing the papers with binder clips, and I'm making 3 holes with an awl, 1 in the middle and 2 on the each end. I'm using waxed linen thread because it's strong. I cut the thread 2 times of the length of notebook. If you're a beginner, you can cut it longer because the longer the easier. We are going to pass the hole in the middle first. It doesn't matter if you start from the inside or the outside. If you start from inside, it'll end inside. That's all. And then we pass the needle through the other hole. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Then pass the last hole that the thread never passed. Now come back through the middle hole. And we are going to make a knot. I personally prefer removing binder clips before making knots because I want to pull the thread as tight as I can so there is really no space between each papers. Now the binding is done. It doesn't completely close because the cover is really thick, so I laid heavy books on it for a night. This is the next day. I'm really happy how it turned out. I'll show you the inside in a minute. Before that, I'd like to share other examples. These are notebooks that I used in the past. I made all of them with scraps. You can make only using long straps like this, or you can make collage and trim it down to the size, then glue it on a cover. This one has lots of florals. This one is my favorite. I mixed scrap papers, color cardstocks, and vintage papers. I really love how this turned out. And the last one, this is made of only color papers. It definitely has different charm than others. I really hope that this craft with me video was helpful and that you guys enjoyed it. I can't wait to fill this notebook with tickets and pictures from my travel. I'll definitely do travel journaling processes in the future. If you try this, I'd love to see yours. So share them with me on Instagram or Facebook. And let me know in the comment how you use up scraps. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and hit the like button if you like this kind of crafting video or you want to see more craft with me video on this channel. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.